Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back to 2001 to break down the movie that started it all, The Fast and the Furious. We'll dissect the high-octane action, the iconic characters, and the unforgettable moments. But the big question is, was it as good as we remember? Buckle up and let's find out.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
The Fast and the Furious, released in 2001, is the movie that kicked off one of the biggest action franchises in cinematic history. Directed by Rob Cohen and starring Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster. This high-octane film introduced us to the world of underground street racing, fast cars, and family, both biological and chosen. It's not a sequel, but the first chapter in a saga that would grow into a global phenomenon. Let's take a closer look at how it all began. Set in the vibrant streets of Los Angeles, the movie dives into the underground world of illegal street racing, where nitro-boosted cars, high-stakes bets, and adrenaline-pumping chases are the norm. The film opens with a daring heist where a group of thieves uses high-performance cars to hijack trucks carrying expensive electronics. This sets the stage for the central conflict. Who are these thieves, and how are they pulling off these heists? Enter Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker, an undercover cop tasked with infiltrating the street racing scene to uncover the thieves. Brian quickly befriends Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel, the charismatic leader of a tight-knit crew that includes his sister Mia, Jordana Brewster, and his girlfriend Letty, Michelle Rodriguez. Dom's crew is like family, and Brian finds himself drawn to their loyalty and camaraderie. As Brian gets closer to Dom, he begins to question his mission. Dom isn't just a criminal, he's a protector of his community and a man with a code. Meanwhile, Brian develops feelings for Mia, further complicating his loyalty to the law. The tension builds as Brian uncovers clues that point to Dom's involvement in the truck heists. But things aren't as straightforward as they seem. The film's climax is a high-speed race between Brian and Dom, set against the backdrop of a police investigation closing in. In a surprising twist, Brian lets Dom escape, choosing loyalty to his new family over his duty as a cop. The movie ends with Dom driving off into the sunset, leaving Brian to face the consequences of his choices. The Fast and the Furious is more than just a movie about fast cars. It's a story about loyalty, family, and the blurred lines between right and wrong. It's this emotional core that made the film resonate with audiences and laid the foundation for the franchise's success. One of the most iconic scenes is the race between Brian's Green Eclipse and Dom's Red RX-7. The tension, the roaring engines, and the sheer speed of the cars make this a standout moment. It's not just a race, it's a battle of egos and a test of skill. Another unforgettable scene is the truck heist. The precision driving, the teamwork, and the sheer audacity of the thieves make this sequence a thrilling watch. It's a perfect example of how the film blends action with character-driven storytelling. The final race between Brian and Dom is both emotional and action-packed. As they push their cars to the limit, the stakes are personal. Brian's decision to let Dom go is a powerful moment that defines the film's theme of family over everything. While the movie is largely praised, some scenes haven't aged well, particularly the portrayal of women. Letty and Mia are strong characters, but they often feel sidelined in favor of the male leads. This has been a point of criticism in later years, especially as the franchise evolved to include more prominent female roles. At its heart, The Fast and the Furious is about family, both the one you're born into and the one you choose. Dom's crew is a tight-knit group that values loyalty above all else, and Brian's journey is about finding where he truly belongs. This theme of family would become the cornerstone of the entire franchise. The film also explores the idea of redemption. Brian starts as an undercover cop with a clear mission, but his time with Dom's crew forces him to question his values. By the end, he chooses to protect Dom, signaling a shift in his moral compass. Another theme is the allure of freedom. Street racing represents more than just speed. It's a way for these characters to escape their struggles and feel alive. The cars are an extension of their personalities, and the races are a metaphor for their desire to break free from societal constraints. When The Fast and the Furious was released, it was a surprise hit, grossing over $207 million worldwide against a modest $38 million budget. Critics praised its high-energy action and charismatic performances, particularly from Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. While some dismissed it as a mindless action flick, others recognized its potential to become something bigger. The film's success spawned a massive franchise that now includes multiple sequels, spin-offs, and even an animated series. The themes of family and loyalty introduced in the first movie have become the franchise's defining traits.
I don't have friends, I got family.
Over the years, the series has evolved into a global phenomenon, with films like Fast 5 and Furious 7 breaking box office records. The Fast and the Furious also had a significant impact on car culture. It popularized street racing and introduced audiences to a world of tuner cars, nitrous oxide, and aftermarket modifications. The film's influence can still be seen in car shows, video games, and pop culture references. The Fast and the Furious is more than just a movie about fast cars. It's a story about family, loyalty, and the choices that define us. While it may have started as a modest action film, it laid the groundwork for one of the most successful franchises in Hollywood history. So, what do you think of the original Fast and the Furious? Does it hold up as a classic, or do you prefer the later installments? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies. Until next time, remember, it's not about the ride, it's about the family you meet along the way.
You know what you're doing?
I owe you a 10-second car.